Because tell me why trading is not a scam and a lie. If I've put in this much effort, I've put in all of this money in, I've borrowed, I've done everything I can do to my power, and I'm still not seeing any results. I've always known that people make money off mentorship, courses, and all of that, but I've never believed that it's the entire course of the entire source of that lifestyle and the Lamborghinis and buying houses. The only reason you want to quit trading is because things are not going the way you expected. Or maybe you think you're the only one who has put in effort and trading still hasn't clicked. But before I continue, let me show you this so you know I've experienced exactly what you're going through and you need to hear me out. So I don't know if you can see this. Losses, 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 fail challenge, losses, blown accounts, fail challenge. You may have lost more than me or have lost more than you, but we've both experienced the pain of things not going how we planned. So take a few minutes to listen to what I have to tell you. I'm certain that after this video, you'll be fully convinced on whether or not trading is for you. When I got into trading, I thought that once I learned a good strategy, with proper risk management, and maybe a pinch of psychology, I'll be living the life. This mindset came from what I saw online, not just with the Miami Instagram influencers, but also my fellow Nigerian traders who sold the idea that this trading money was easy to make. And as with everyone else, I fell deeply in love with the craft. I thought it was like other business models or businesses generally, whereby once you do the right thing, you definitely make money. So I was very patient and spent the first 3 to 6 months learning everything I needed. I spent the entire night hours for months literally learning everything I needed to know. Eventually, I got my first live account and entered a 3 months losing streak. So when I say 3 months losing streak, I don't mean wins and losses. Completely 90 days of no blue. So for an account to stay that long, you know that this person practices proper risk management. Meanwhile, I was doing perfectly on demo. At the time, my initial deposit was like $1,000 and I leveled that account. When it got to around $150 left in the balance, I withdrew the money and I think I spent it on clothes or food. Can't exactly remember which now. But after that, I paused and I was wondering why exactly did this happen to me? Why was every trade a losing trade? Like why? The saddest part is once I got back on demo, I started winning again. Like I was so pained because these same wins are exactly what I wanted on the real account. Fast forward to 6 months later, prop firms became a thing. They were everywhere. And I can remember MFF was the cheapest at the time. My Forex funds, you guys probably would know my Forex fund. So I bought two 5K accounts and that cost me at the time around $100. And I did this because of an advice I saw online where a trader said that he usually gets 2 or more prop firm accounts because of it helps his psychology. I was like, why not? Let's do that. We could do anything for success, right? So on the first account, I failed phase 1 after 3 weeks. Then I entered the second account, passed phase 1, blew phase 2. That point where I passed phase 1 was like, wow, finally, this is it for me. And guess what? I blew phase 2. Mine is so painful because it takes me a long time to fail. This will tell you that my risk game was tight. I knew what I was doing when it came to managing risk and all of that. At this point, I was sad for real. The pain was so intense because I didn't know the cause of my problems. I tried speaking to a lot of traders, but it seemed like Princefield was the only one in the entire universe having trading issues. So after a while, ICT uploaded its 2022 mentorship on YouTube. And trust me now, I followed it squarely. I was able to build an awesome trading plan of it. He said we should demo whatever we learned from him for at least 3 months, which, why not? I did. I demoed for 3 months. I followed instructions in my trading plan and his instructions to the T. Literally, I made zero mistakes. At this time, I was set to try again. I deposited $100 and I was very confident on how to take this $100 to $500. Like the game plan was laid out very tight. Because the goal was if I could do that, I would definitely start my funded trader journey. I'll have enough money to invest in challenges and then probably that's uphill from there. And in 1 week, the account was an RIP. At this point, I started to feel like I had bad luck or there was just something wrong with me or I could just not be profitable in trading. And just in case you're wondering, my source of income was nothing else but saving pocket money that was given to me by family members and uncles, aunties, that kind of thing. But at this instant, something changed. I was able to go back to study that same week I lost my account, and I noticed that I only took setups that were stupid with poor confirmation, because in the real sense of it, my system played out perfectly. Like it should have been a winning week all through, no red. But then I thought, okay, probably this is just one bad shot. At this point, I was double confident. I took money from my family members, promising them that I'll double their money and return it back to them. And the blowing of that account, it was massive. So I wanted to play wise. I withdrew the remaining balance. I was like, okay, even if I've blown this account, let me withdraw the balance and get a funded account. That'll probably buy me some leverage and I could get funded, get a payout and stuff and pay them back their money. And as you know, blew as well. At that point, I packed my laptop, told my guys, yo, this trading stuff, I'm done. The mindset is once the family meeting is over, which I know that they will disown me in the family meeting, I just go look for something else to do in my life. Because tell me why trading is not a scam and a lie. If I've put in this much effort, I've put in all of this money in, I've borrowed, I've done everything I can do to my power, and I'm still not seeing any results. I've always known that people make money off mentorship, courses, and all of that, but I've never believed that it's the entire course of the entire source of that lifestyle and the Lamborghinis and buying houses in Lekki and all of that. I've never ever believed it. So at this point, I stopped trading and I got into real estate. I wasn't really brand new into it. I was always sitting on the fence with real estate. The plan I always had with it was to get money from trading and invest that money into the industry properly. So my father was already in the industry and he's made some money and some success from real estate. So that was like a little advantage for me. I swallowed my pride and joined him so I could make some money which I would save while I'm still thinking of the next course of action in my life. Because I wasn't comfortable with real estate. I just needed something that can give me, see those dollars that I hoped to get with trading. You see that consistent box coming in consistently that I hoped that trading has put in my mind. I wanted it. So I was willing to chase anything to get that, except killing for money though. So one evening I was scrolling through reels and I stumbled across this video that said something to me. The reason you're blowing account is because of your expectations. You do so well in demo, but when you get to a funded account or a live account, you start losing. And at that point, I'm like, yo, this guy's about to speak my problems. Like my problem is about to come to life. Someone's about to say, I can never forget that day. So in the video, the person said, because you're focused on making a lot of money and expecting that it would come because you're too good of a trader and you've put in the work. At this point, I took a long pause. I just closed Instagram and I sat and I was thinking about this deeply. I'll tell you what it means later on. Hold on. So this made me reflect on the feelings and state of mind that I had whenever I was trading those accounts. I was always dreaming of the outcome. I was always thinking of how much money I could potentially make from a payout, or how much money I could make if the account flip goes well, or how much money I could make potentially from a winning trade. This was what my mind was focused on all those while I was trading those challenges and live accounts. So my mind was focused on just the success story, nothing more, nothing less. Success story, success story, success story. And guess what? All these was because of I've told myself to have, or I've made myself believe that I've put in enough work and this success, I just deserve it. Now that video had the exact solution to my problem. Let me break it down for you. What that video simply meant is that you tap out of everything you know and have learned to do over time as a trader. The moment you start to attach expectations to your trading, you focus too much on not blowing the account and the outcome of what it would feel like being a funded trader or getting a payout. Now, what this does is this makes you lose focus of the things that make you a profitable trader in the demo room. While you're on demo, your emotions are not there. You're not eager to make money, so you simply just execute your trading plan every single trading day. So when the urgency to make money or flip the account comes, you easily lose sight of the main goal in trading, which is plan the trade and trade the plan. That urgency could make you take 4 trades in a day, 5 trades in a day. And ideally, that's not something you do on a normal day or even in the demo. You'd see yourself taking setups when the proper entry confirmation hasn't showed up, or you risk too much on one setup because probably you know that, okay, I should risk 1%, but I mean, if I risk 3% now, I could just get funded with one winning trade. I mean, is that not something everybody wants? And then it now adds to your success story. Oh, I got funded, I passed my payout with just one winning trade. Think about this. It happens to every single person. So what this makes you do is you now end up losing what you'd have ideally lost on 3 trades in just one trade. And then that sets you far back. Think about this. All these trading errors I've mentioned, is enough to blow an account in just 1 week. As soon as I analyzed this in my head, I knew that the key to profitability has just been handed to me like this. Like that was a wake up call for me. Immediately, I went back to my charts. I took about 3 days or four, can't remember which now, but I know I took some days to refresh my mind on my trading plan. Remember, I've saved some money from working with my dad in the whole real estate sector, and I was able to fund $1,000. I did not want to go back to demo for multiple reasons because I know that if I go back to demo, it's just going to be the same thing. So what I need and the problem I have is trading real money. So I had to face it. Why I wanted to trade just a live account is because trading just a live account would entirely remove that expectation problem I had. Because if I'm trading a demo, it's still going to be the same thing. And when I come back to a live, the expectations will come. So I needed to get used to it and fight that expectation problem squarely. Plus, I didn't quit working with my dad and doing other little things I did for money. I knew that one thing I did for money was I was helping people with their assignments. So what I would literally do is I'd help people who went to adult school in the US. I'm in Nigeria. So think about it. It was being very smart. I'm in Nigeria, basically we're using Naira. So I help people in the US with their assignments and then I'll earn in dollars and guess what? I'd save it. So I was consistently doing this, knowing that I needed money to be able to try out this trading thing the right way. I needed to always have money in my pocket. So guess what? I always had this as a side income while I was trading the right way. So whenever I need money or I want money for something, my mind is not looking at trading. My expectations now, all those expectations I had from trading were all channeled to all those other small sources of income, looking for how to grow them so that it could attend to my needs at the point of not trading. And for the first time, I started to make real profits from the market. Although losing streaks came, but winning streaks came too as well. You know, when you're winning and the losses come, it doesn't really shake you that much until the losses become more than the wins. So, because you just literally wins, losses, but overall, in profits. So it took me like 2 months to fully understand the reality of trading after that. I was finally able to make withdrawals from my brokerage account. Relax, my story is coming to an end so I can break down everything that's making you unprofitable. So you take these tips I'm going to share with you and use them build your trading empire. First off, you see that your trading strategy, it works. So don't worry about changing it except it really doesn't suit you. Then you could try out mine. Probably it would suit you. Risk management is the easiest thing to learn in trading. For me though, if it's a bit harder for you, take your time to learn it because you really need it. If you need assistance on learning risk management, DM me on Telegram. I'll put you through for free. I'm not going to charge you. Don't be scared. Now let's go into the main reason for blown accounts, losses, and long losing streaks. Trading psychology. My phone just keeps beeping and beeping, and I really don't understand why. I probably just put this on DND now, so we don't get all of those ding, ding, ding. So we'll address 4 key things, or maybe 5. The first is going to be expectations. Second is focusing on the wrong thing. What's your source of income? Money management in real life. And the last thing is I'm going to explain to you that real life problems cannot be solved on the charts. So let's break all of these down from expectations to the end so you understand me clearly. Expectations is ruining your trading, but you may not see it. Let me tell you how. For example, if you hear of a fancy restaurant that came up maybe close to you or within a place you can visit or something like that, or even if it's not even a fancy restaurant, you're going to travel for a vacation or something, and you know of this good restaurant, and because of everybody saying it's good, it's that, you're expecting that the meal is going to be so good, right? Now, I just had to check if the mic was on because I don't want to be talking to myself. So you're expecting that the meal is going to be so good, and you go in there, you pay for a meal. Maybe they serve you their menu, you pay for a meal, they serve you their menu, you order a meal, and you start eating. More likely, you're not going to enjoy that meal. It's going to be less than what you're expecting. Why? Because you're expecting that it's going to be so good, it's going to be this, it's going to be this, it's going to be that, based off of what you've been expecting due to what people were saying, right? Versus if you were just going there, you never heard anything from anybody, or you just didn't expect anything, you're like, okay, you're just going to enjoy the experience. What's going to happen is you probably enjoy the food, or you not just complain at all compared to having high expectations. Same thing is applicable to trading. When you get to fund a new account or you buy a new prop firm account, or you get that you pass your phase one, phase two, get to the funded phase, why it seems like you fail is because you are expecting that this is the end of all your money problems. This is the point where you finally become a profitable funded trader, or this is the point whereby you get to buy your mom a good car, or retire your parents, or your dad, or whatever. All your dreams are actually coming to realization. So you expect that these things are going to come. Now, because of this mindset, you're only focusing on your expectations. That's going to take me to the next thing, right? But before we get to the next thing, let me finish with the expectations. So while we're focusing on this, when you start taking losses, it now seems like this is not what I'm expecting. This is not the reality of the game. Whereas when you were doing demo, you were taking losses and you were taking those losses like a boss, right? But now because of you're focused on the payouts, focused on your big withdrawals, you're focused on your crazy account flip, you're focused on how to take 100 to 500 like me back in 2022, and you're focused on all these kind of things, and it is shifting you from the real trading. Execute your plan. So you're no longer having a plan. You're only planning how you spend the money that's going to come from what you're not actually putting in the work to do.
That takes us to the next thing, which is focusing on the wrong thing. Your goal and the only thing you should focus on is what actually makes you money in trading. And what makes you money is what makes you profitable. And what is that? Your trading plan. So whenever you're thinking about how to make money trading, take your mind off that and ask yourself, how can I be the best possible trader? How can I be the most disciplined trader right now? And the only way you can do that is go back to your trading plan, look at it, and ensure every single day that is what you follow, nothing else. Do this for 30 days and come back to the comments of this video and see if you don't get results. When you shift your focus from your trading plan to money, expectations, withdrawals, payouts, you're hurting your progress in the sense that when things don't go as planned in your expectations, when you start taking losses, when losing streaks hit you, because losing streaks will come and I don't know when losing streaks are gonna come, neither do you know when losing streaks are gonna come. So it's better you follow your trading plan and know that your trading plan has room for losses, has room for how to manage losses, right? So these are things you should be looking forward to when you are thinking of making money. When you're thinking of becoming a funded trader, think about being a disciplined trader. Always say this, I always say this to myself, I am a disciplined trader. Reaffirm this to yourself. That way, it's not going to let you take those trades that the entries are not ready, or those trades that are not fully part of your system, but you just think that because you've been in the market for a long time, a price should go there. These are the things that keep you in that spot you don't want to be in. You've heard this saying that goes this way. It says, everything you want is on the other side of the work you're not doing. You see that discipline you're not inculcating, you see that trading plan you're not following, that is exactly where your profitability lies. But because you're shifting away from it and you're chasing shadows, which is money, expectations, hope syndrome, like I tell my students, is what is keeping you unprofitable. Focus on these two. The last thing is, what is your source of income? What exactly is the source of income? What gives you money to fund your account? If you don't have any source of income, fighting expectation would be very difficult, because everybody has what they need money for. Every single person on the surface of this earth has what they need money for. Funding an account when you need money only puts you on pressure to make more money. And what does that do? Takes you still back to what? Expecting you're going to make money from funding the account. But if you have even if it's not as consistent, no matter how small it is, but you have a stream of income that pays the bills, that puts food on your table, right? That provides your mobile data, that provides everything, your clothing, your feeding, you're going to be a profitable trader faster. I suffered it. I got into trading when I was early in the university and I had no source of income. Literally, I was just getting money, trying to make anything I see, just save and all of that. And at the end of the day, it wasn't working for me. Until I told you guys I saved money from working in the real estate sector, and as well as personally, where I made the most money at some point was doing assignments for people in the US. I'm not going to be exposing this because it's not exactly something I should be exposing. It's very confidential, right? But then I helped these people solve their problems, and I got paid, even if it wasn't so much. At least I was getting like a couple 500, like 500 to $1,000 monthly, and this was okay. This was okay for me to kickstart my trading journey. So the simple solution is get a side hustle that pays your bills. Aside paying your bills, in fact, you should not even have any bills. Let me stop saying pay your bills. Get a side hustle that funds your trading account. Because when you know that even if I blow this account, okay, plus or minus, I'll be able to fund the game maybe in the next 2 weeks. What happens? You're calm. Versus if I blow this account in Nigeria, we'll say, you don't be you. Like, is that you don't be. That basically says means if you have blown this account, like that's the end of it. That's the end. There's no hope to get an account. Pressure leading to expectations, leading to focusing on the wrong things. All these things are intertwined. If you understand one, you apply one and you do the next. If you do one wrongly, the other suffers. The second to last thing here is money management in real life. How do you really manage money? Even if you have a source of income now, these are for people that have sources of incomes or a source of income. When the source of income is there, how do you really manage the money that comes in? Do you just take this money and spend it on clothes, go to restaurants, go on dates, chase women, do all these things, have girlfriends, do as many things, enjoy the lifestyle that you should actually be enjoying when you've arrived, right? This The way you manage money really affects your trading, because if the money in your hand finishes, that's the end of the game. See, a profitable trader is a trader that has money in his pocket. It's harder to profitable when you're broke. It is harder. That's why you hear a lot of advanced traders, I mean the elderly men, they tell you that a trader is not a broke person. Same exact reason why hedge fund pay their traders salary, because you need to have money in your pocket for you to be active on this chart and do the right thing. When there's no money in your pocket, you're a different person altogether. If you watch hedge funds and the traditional prop firms, they pay traders salaries so that the traders can be in the right state of mind. So you now you're managing, or you're in a position to get an income, and you want to be a profitable trader, a successful professional trader, and you're spending the money on clubbing, clothes, girls, lifestyle when you're not there yet. Keep it up and see if you become a profitable trader. That's all I'll say. The last, your real life problems, take your mind off them being solved on the chart. Your mom is sick, your house rent is due, car payments, all of those, mortgage, loans, credit cards, all of these things, take your mind off forex or trading, paying for them. So focus on all the other things that could give you money, even if you're just taking a pocket money and all of those, whatever thing it is that puts money in your pocket to fund your account, that is where your focus is when it comes to solving real life problems. Not, oh my god, let me get this payout so I can settle this debt, or let me get this payout so I can do this. Never. Like, it should never even be in your head. It should never be an option for you. Why? Because you need to be in the most straightforward mind possible to be able to come out as a profitable trader. It's going to be hard for you initially. That's why I see I'm emphasizing this. When you've done this consistently for 3 to 6 months, it becomes part of the lifestyle, right? It's just who you are as a trader. You don't even stress, you become part of your subconscious. But when you're trying to get it started, when you're trying to get the boat rolling, you need this. It's something that you have to do. It's compulsory. It's very, very compulsory that you have to actually be in this state of mind to be able to get to that profitability that you desire. The only money that comes from trading that can solve your problems are the ones that are already in your bank accounts that you've withdrawn. If you've not withdrawn any money, if you've not gotten any payouts, trading cannot solve your problems. So shift your mind from this trading, oh, let me get this payout, let me get this withdrawal. It would never work. Rather, it's going to be counterintuitive. The opposite is going to happen. It will backfire in the sense that you will now see yourself blowing that account that you had hopes on, or losing that problem challenge that you had hopes on, that if you get a payout, you'd settle your problems. So instead, even if it means you begging someone else to solve those problems for you, right? Do it than looking at the charts or hoping that your trading is going to pay those bills or going to solve those problems. Don't ever try it. This one is not part of the tips, but it's something I really, really, really learned the hard way. Never you withdraw your trading capital. If you're trading on a brokerage account, it's a prop firm account, this is not for you. But if you're trading on a brokerage account, never withdraw the trading capital because of a family member is sick, or your house rent is due, or there's something that you need to do that is very important to you, and then for that reason you withdraw your trading capital. Let's put it this way: if you run a company, can you close down your company because your mom is sick or your dad is sick? Can you do that? Less likely. Instead, what do? You take a loan or look for other ways through which you could get money. Because if you close down that business, if you close down that company, that's the end of helping them. Literally, you've helped them and you've put yourself and them in a position where nobody can help the other person. I just realized that the mic got disconnected and this wasn't plugged in, the receiver wasn't plugged in since. So I've actually been wearing this for nothing. But I think there was a point where the video got disconnected and I forgot to wear this on. So since I think the camera is doing a good job to picking my voice, we just drop this. Alright. And also the camera got disconnected as well too. Those are issues you face trying to make content for the community. Anyways, all these are psychological issues that go on with you and you don't even realize them until you've blown or lost that challenge. If you're on a challenge right now, this may still not make sense to you until you receive that breached account email. I've given you guys what changed the game for me. If you have a different issue, shoot me a DM on Telegram. My DM is in the description. If you want to work with me one-on-one on chat, I have a mentorship program which lasts for just 3 months and I get to teach you every single thing you need to become a profitable trader. My mentorship is not just for beginners. Advanced traders too come in and gain so much value when it comes to trading psychology and my money mindset. I made sure the price is very affordable so everyone can achieve trading success. Click the link in the description below for more inquiries or shoot me a Telegram DM. If you don't have a strategy that suits you, you may need one and mine may be a good fit for you. In this video, I put together every single thing I look forward to before placing a trade. So do yourself good and go check it out. Until next time, Bosh.